if I told you there's a dish from Indonesia that combines the best of Chinese cooking, and it comes together in under 30 minutes? It's called Sapo Tofu, and the star of the show is egg tofu. Soft, golden, and braised in a rich, savory sauce. Let's make it. First, the star of the show, egg tofu. If you've never seen egg tofu before, this is what it looks like. It comes in a tube, and yep, just like the name says, it's made with eggs. Just cut open the tube, gently slide the tofu out, and slice it into pieces. Super easy. Heat some oil in a pan or wok. Not sure if the oil is hot enough? Here's a simple trick. Dip the end of a wooden spoon into the oil. If you see little bubbles forming around it, the oil is ready. Gently place the egg tofu into the hot oil and fry until golden brown and crispy on the outside. Remove the tofu from the oil, drain it on a paper towel, and set it aside. I have some snap peas that I've already washed and drained. If you've never seen snap peas before, this is what they look like. They're a little thick and crunchy in the middle, and that's where they get their name, because they make a satisfying snap when you bite into them. You can also use broccoli. I like to trim both ends of the snap peas. If the snap peas are a little older, they can have a tough, fibrous string along the side. When I trim the stem end, I like to pull the string off at the same time. It can be tough and chewy, so I prefer to remove it. Next, wash, peel, and thinly slice half a carrot, about 50 grams. Measurements are also listed in the description box. I have about 50 grams of shrimp that have already been deveined. Just peel off the shells and they're ready to go. I have some Napa cabbage here. I'm going to cut it in half first, then give it a good wash. Then I'll cut each half in half again and slice the cabbage into bite-sized pieces. Peel and slice some shallots. We'll need about 1 cup. Peel and chop the garlic. We'll need about 2 tablespoons. Thinly slice half a chicken breast. I'm slicing extra here because I'll be using the rest for other dishes. I have some fresh mushrooms here. I'll trim off the ends, then place them in a bowl of water to give them a good clean. You can use any mushrooms you want, including canned mushrooms. Take the mushrooms out of the water, drain them well, and set them aside. Now we prepare the sauce. 2 tablespoons oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon low-sodium soy sauce, 1 to 2 teaspoons pure sesame seed oil, 2 teaspoons sugar in the raw, 2 teaspoons chicken powder, 1½ cups chicken broth. If you like your tofu more brothy, you can double the sauce recipe. Add all the sauce ingredients to a bowl except for the sesame oil and chicken powder. Heat the chicken broth on the stove. I'm heating up about 2 cups, although I usually end up using about 1½ cups. Heat 2 tablespoons of neutral oil in a pan or wok. Add 1 cup of sliced shallots and sauté until they turn golden and fragrant. Add 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic and sauté until fragrant and lightly golden. Add about 70 grams or half a chicken breast of thinly sliced chicken to the wok. Cook until the chicken is about halfway done. Add 50 grams of sliced carrots, or about half a carrot, and cook until they're halfway done. Add 50 grams of fish balls, cut in half, and 50 grams of sliced squid if you're using them. All the measurements are listed in the description box. Cook briefly and add the sauce. Cook briefly. Add the mushrooms. Stir the mushrooms briefly, then add the Napa cabbage. This is also a good time to add the shrimp. I actually forgot to add them here, so I'll add them a little later. Sauté the Napa cabbage until it's about halfway cooked, then add the snap peas. Add 2 teaspoons of chicken powder. And since I forgot to add the shrimp earlier, I'm adding them now. Add the cornstarch slurry and stir briefly to incorporate. Then add a little white pepper. At this stage, you can add the sesame oil and the fried egg tofu. Give it a couple of gentle stirs until the tofu softens and absorbs some of the sauce. Personally, I like to keep the fried tofu in my serving bowl and pour the sauce over it. That way, the edges stay a little crispy. My kiddo prefers the tofu soft and soaked in the sauce, so it really depends on how you like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, please support my channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. I really appreciate it. See you next time.